therefore, as a part of our discussion activity, we want to discuss about a topic, the impact of movies on youth. A lot of impact on movies on youth, because movies can give a both good and bad messages, but a lot of youth can take only bad messages.
As movies create impact, a lot of impact in youth, because movies can promote violence so that the youth can distort from their current life and change their mood so that it will impact in the society. And some movies which are very helpful for the youth, like JB, which is very wonderful movie which will help every youth to recognize and the help how the tribal people and how to help others in each and every situation. So some movies definitely very helpful in society to improve the society mindset, but some movies definitely promote violence.
So based on the taste and likeliness of the people, they select the different genres of the movies. So people should also give the priority to watch the scientific movies, also the entertainment movies. But the movies have different content, like bad, good, and entertainment according to their priorities. So people should opt the good things from the movies. They shouldn't be influenced by the bad habits or not the bad scenes.
Of course, movies doesn't lead us in a bad way. For example, Mahesh Babu did a movie called Sriman. For example, Sachin Tendulkar and other superstars adopted the villages according to the topic which is shown in the movie. So, movies lead us in a good way. Like that.
Yes, I agree with this point. Movies plays a lot of role in our day-to-day life too. As movies are a part of our life, the movie also gives us a useful messages too. As the movie consists of a good and bad, but we need to take the good in it, and we need to implement the good things that we learn from the movie and inculcate in our life.
As a board of censor takes a major part, they try to remove the band from the movie by doing censor activities. So most probably movies are coming very clear cutly censored. So I think movies
Movies are also very important in everyone's life. Some people can take good things and some people can take bad things. Public's perception and like director's perception is totally different from everything. Like public things they have affected but impact on them, they take it as a positive thing, even it is a negative, but they take it as a positive thing. And the other thing, the director directs the movie based on his views, just the views. It's not a good or a bad. He just expresses the view, what in his mind.
So I agree with the point. According to the directors, it was a business to them. It's like a money making field to them. But the viewers are the one who are affecting from the movies. Also, the directors got the scope from the cinema theaters to OTT, and on OTT platforms, like we have different accounts and we have the accounts. So for these accounts we don't have any restriction, and the directors also have the very bold scope and the broad scope, so they can release the things according to their point of view. But this will affect the viewers very much, I think so.
I think they mentioned some restrictions to the movies, but apart from restricting, they should reduce the violence and some bad content in the movies. Even there are some restrictions. The people and the children they watch the movies. Like they hide it. They look it personally on some other price. They also mention every, like they show the bad content in a good way in movies. So if the hero in negative role, but people take it as a positive thing, that should be changed.
Some films are very raw and drastic. These are the things that are really happening in the society. So the directors got the scope. For example, there are some web series called Saitan, and these are the really happened scenes in our society. But the directors are filming them in very bold way. So I think the boldness and the cruelty that is showing in this, also the vulgarity should be reduced to the point so that people don't opt the vulgar things.
Nowadays, most of the youth adapting to these changes, and they are by seeing the movies, they are teaching new technologies like how to do something, and they are most of them are taking the bad advantages and bad messages from these OTT platforms, and by watching movies, they got some new ideas and stuck in their mind. They don't know what to do, but they are up to something like. While watching a new movie like a psycho or thriller, they are adapting to these changes. Most of the youth are often adapting to these changes, and it leads to some problems too.
And I heard a word from a director that he said that if the movie is good, people won't follow the movie. Then why people are thinking this is a bad movie we shouldn't watch? Like their perception is people couldn't take the good, so they couldn't they shouldn't take a bad as well.
I agree with the friend's point that movies gives and relaxes and feeling good. At the same in our society nowadays is liking and what happening in society that only taking to the movie and giving some message to our movies. Special message to the people who will do in a positive manner. Some movies will like some rush to which is a psycho characters. You should not do that type of.
Yes, I agree with your point. Some movies will be entertaining and realistic. Some movies promote violence. So,
You can learn many things from the biographies, like from senior actors, so that they can learn how they live their lives. Like community and science movies, from that you can learn many things. But about the remaining movies, you cannot learn such things. There is a high chances of impact on movies because you can take only bad things rather than take good things.
Movie is just an entertainment of players.
But some people can't take it as yes, so many people will get entertained while seeing a movies and will get relaxed while seeing a movies like Hindi movies and they get relaxed while seeing a movies.
I agree with your point. A feel good movie makes everyone in a relaxed mood. Like if you watch a feel good movie, it feels along with us, and it makes us happy too. But the youth are not going to see these type of movies. Like they are into the horrors and thrillers and the psychotic part, and which may reach them to have a different mindset in their life too.
Although they are not plastic, it's the reality of the so director wants to expose them the real scenario which is going in the society.
But it's not like that they were giving the most vulgar scenes and the most vulgar videos like this. I think they should focus on the message they want to convey rather than on the violence or the mathematics they are showing.
As coming to these OTT platforms like Netflix and Amazon, there is an age restriction. But who can stop their children to watch them? While going to a movie theater, if it is an A rated, they check your details and valid you to the theater. While coming to this OTT platform, none of them can restrict them. Like even a small kid too can see an adult movies, and which make cause in their mindset.
So many people follow stylish things, whatever see in the movie, and they image in they sells in is like a hero, and they follow stylish things and they follow. Sometimes we may follow smoking, drinking.
Every youth want to adapt to the new changes. In like if a hero do something like it's a new trend, and everyone wants to follow the new trend too, and they didn't check whether they are capable of buying it or not. But by watching movies, they want to adapt these changes and they want to maintain a lifestyle like these heroes. It makes them difficult.
In the coming days, central government is also thinking about to create a censor code on the OTT platforms. So I think this may reduce the impact on movies and drawing posting.
So coming to the conclusion, there are different genres of the movies in the film industry, but people should opt and they should think it think it twice while watching a movie. Is it correct or are we suitable for watching that kind of movies, etc. Coming to director's point, it was just a business, but coming to art, it's our life things. So we should be very concentrated on how we are behaving in the society and how the lifestyle we was behaving. So according to my point, movies have many good things and bad things, but we the generation and we are youth, we should have the common sense in watching the movies.
Good everyone. As many of the students in our country, not only in our country, are committed to suicide because of getting less marks in their subjects. In order to prevent that, we came up with a solution called open book exams. So this system is mostly implemented and mostly viewed in at the time of pandemic situation, as everyone has suffered a lot at the time of COVID-19. COVID-19 at that time, all the schools and colleges are not open. So at that time, the education system is come up with a solution called open book exams.
Yeah, I agree to your point, Megha. Open book exams means that writing an exam with our book with our hand, so we can search the answers instead of by handing and writing exam. So I think that open book exam is not that much effective.
But some of the students can reach to avoid the suicides and some of them, and to avoid the PG system or some other things. Most of the students take more stress and they can fail in all subjects. So to prevent this, we can have to stretching on open.
Yes, open book examinations reduces stress because having concept in their mind is enough. Even if we give books while writing, they can understand the concept because they know it, so they can easily write it. This will reduce the stress. Too. I agree with your point, Ramya, but students will not. The exam is conducted in limited time. I think that open book exam is not that much effective because the time is so limited that we cannot search for all answers. If you know all concepts, it is not that much difficult to answer the exam.
Yes, but nowadays, so many of students don't know what is the main topic and what they are preparing. So many people are students are by hearting the topics without knowing what our actual topic is. So if open book system in that we cannot search without any topic.
And there is an advantage in open book examinations, for example, distance education. There was a lot of women, and not only women, and also studying. They want to study, but they were unable to study. After married, they studied in the distance education and like degree or anything. Uh, After joining either, they had written the exams in the open book examination. With the help of open book exams, I think the students stop mugging the things and start understanding the subject.
Yeah, but all the students even try to study also, but they won't take any study or some other things before the exam. They blindly go to exam hall and blindly write it.
I agree with you that they didn't know if they are given a question and they did not know where to search that question, particularly in the news. So I think there is a lot of disadvantage of the open book exam.
Yeah, I agree with your point, Samya. Recently, some of the IIT institutes already implemented this idea in their institutes that to write the exam in an open book exam. So many of the students failed in that due to where the concept is there. So open book may not be that much influenced by students.
I think open book exam doesn't mean given the direct question from the material, they give the questions relevant to the topic so that the student can understand the topic and then he or she can write the answer to the particular question.
But students will become more overconfident and they will not prepare for exams. And they will take the exams lightly also. So it will be a disadvantage of this.
But in normal exams, teachers are giving questions, but not direct questions, only giving the questions to the main students are start conducting and writing. But in this system, they are giving the questions based on the concept, not giving the questions directly.
Yeah, due to this open book, many of the students lose fear in exams, so not to mug up in given time and etc. Open book examinations have very tough questions since it is open book examination.
Yes, but with this, there will be disadvantages and advantages also. Disadvantage that they will not listen to anybody's class and they will go to exam without any preparation because they will be open book and they will see and write. So they will take the class lightly and they will not be so well prepared.
Yeah, I agree with your point, but if they can take lightly, if they also doesn't know the concepts where the concept is present or which unit the concept can be present. So in this way, the students only face the problem.
If the student take the classes or subject light, then they never answer the particular questions. As I mentioned that the questions are not direct, they are definitely relevant to the topic, so that they have to concentrate on the class and also the subject.
Yes, according to this system, many of the students will focus on class what the teacher is teaching to the students, so that they can go through the points where they are held in the book, so they can easily write in the examination.
In present, many of the institutions are trying to implement this open book exam. So if the open book system is implemented, then our value of education will improve.
It will be a most challenging one in our education system, but there will be a disadvantage and also advantages in this.
We definitely say that this is the improvement. There is a lot of disadvantage also. So the only thing is that the students how they can take it only the manners.
The main consequence of open book exam, fear of exams encourages many students to study. It is focused on the to study. Actually, there are limited number of books in the library. The open book exam, they are conduct the exam. They are limited number of books, and how can they write a
Open book examinations increases one's critical thinking, since questions are not given directly. This increases way of think power of one person.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with your point. There is no use of remembering everything which are in the explained in the class, but you have to remember the main topics which is related to the questions.
I if there is a limited number of books in the library and there was a lot of students in the class, if a college is conducted exam, then everyone in the class will write the exam. If there are limited number of books, then they did not have able to write the examination.
No, there will be reference material and the students are will allowed to bring their own books or own materials of their topic.
But
So
nowadays, no one uses the textbooks.
There are many disadvantages also there. That, some poor people uh, they did not have textbook or the material, so it is a disadvantage to the.
Yeah, I agree with your point. As per this, open book exam is very fun and it is very difficult to implement this system in India due to there are many pros and cons in this. So I want to conclude that student must go through the topics easy. Open book exam is not only gives you effective one, it also gives you some badness. So I